him. Dear students, at first I am willing to identify of myself. I am Sheikh Azizul Islam Tipu, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of English in Khan Jahan Ali Ideal College at Shiromoni in Khulna. Dear students, how are you? I do believe you are keeping fit by the grace of Almighty Allah. Though we are all passing a crucial moment for COVID-19 still. At first, I would like to express my deep gratitude to Almighty Allah because we are still alive. Secondly, I would like to thank my Honorable Principal, Mr. S.M. Daud, and my Honorable Vice Principal, Mr. Sheikh Mizanur Rahman, for arranging some online classes for your better learning. Dear learners, my today's topic is literature, especially poetry. At first, I am going to define what is literature. Literature is a medium to express our ideas, our feelings of our daily lives. A renowned critic, Matthew Arnold, says that literature means criticism of human life. You know, English is a world literature. To speak the truth, English is the richest literature of all the world. You know some of the great writers of English literature. You also know poetry is a very popular kind of literature. So it is called the Queen of Literature. My today's topic is poetry. What is poetry? Poetry is a criticism of human life. In the preface to the lyrical ballads, we can say poetry is a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotion recollected in tranquility. Poetry means purified emotion. Poetry is a part of our life. We read poetry for pleasure. We read poetry for enjoying literature. In your syllabus, there is poetry. So, dear students, now I am going to discuss two poetry, one after another. At first, I would like to discuss the poem of Shakespeare. You have heard the name of Shakespeare. He is the leading character of English literature. His famous poem is Under the Green Wood Tree. I do believe you will understand the theme after my discussion of the poem Under the Green Wood Tree. I have written the poem Under the Green Wood Tree on the whiteboard, but for the lack of projector, it may be slightly difficult for you to read the poem Under the Green Wood Tree by William Shakespeare. In this poem, we can find the pleasures of forest life. Here we can find the attraction of pastoral life. Here we can also find the description of forest life. It is also a poem of nature. We love nature. We are willing to enjoy the beauties of nature. In this poem, we shall find all the pictures of nature. Dear learners, follow me. I am going to discuss elaborately the poem Under the Greenwood Tree. Under the greenwood tree, who loves to lie with me. Here, the poet asks the people who are willing to live with him under the greenwood tree. That means who are willing to live in an open air, in the forest life. Those people are invited, the poet. Then, and turn his merry note unto the sweet bird's throat. Here we can enjoy the beautiful song of the beautiful birds. Here we also sing with the birds, and we can enjoy the song of birds. Next, come hither, come hither, come hither. The poet requests those kind of people who are interested to enjoy the pleasures of open life. They are invited to come here. Only those people are invited by the poet to come here and enjoy the beauties of nature. Then, here shall he see no enemy but winter and rough weather. My beloved students, in our society, in our urban life, in our town life, in our daily life, we are disturbed for many problems. Here we find many kinds of tensions of our lives. This is our main problem. But in the forest life, we shall not find this problem. Here is only problem is rough weather and cold. But you can enjoy here all the facilities of nature. So, you must enjoy the forest life. Then, who doth ambition shun and loves to live in the sun. Here the poet also requests those kind of people who are not ambitious, who are very simple, who are willing to lead a simple life. Those kind of people are invited to come here to live with him under the greenwood tree. Then, seeking the food he eats and pleased with what he gets, come hither, come hither, come hither. Here you can only find what kind of food is available here. Here you will not find the costly foods which are found in the daily life, in your town life. You must remember it that you will find here the gifts of nature. Here shall he see no enemy but winter and rough weather. I have already discussed the meaning of these lines. So, from the above poetry, dear students, we came to learn the pleasures of forest life, the attractions of the life of the open air. In our town life, in our daily life, we are busy with our own problems. We are busy with our own conflicts. We are busy with our clash of interests. But in the forest life, there is no clash of personal interest. There is only disadvantages, cold weather. But here you can enjoy the pleasures of nature. So, we like this life and we are willing to go there to enjoy the pleasures of open air life. Dear learners, now I am going to discuss another poem. The title of the poem is To Daffodils by Robert Herrick. It is a very popular poem for the young learners. This poem indicates the similarities between human life and the life of daffodil flowers. From this poem, we came to know the shortness of our lives, the meaningless life of our own lives. Then I am going to discuss this poem one after another in details. Fair daffodils, we weep to see. Here the poet weeps to see the fair daffodils because the life of daffodil is very short. They bloom in the early morning, but they wither away before it is known. This picture indicates the transient life of daffodils. It also indicates our transient life, our short lives. So we can find the similarity here between human life and the life of daffodil flowers. Then you haste away so soon, as yet the early rising sun has not attained his noon. Stay, stay. As the life of daffodils is very short, so the poet requests them to stay so that they can go together after they are praying, but the daffodil flower does not wait. It is the universal picture of our human life. Then, until the hasting day has run, but to the even song, and having prayed together, we will go with you alone. The poets request the daffodil flowers again and again to stay, but it is a rule of nature. The life of daffodil flower is very short. They have to go. There is no alternative way to stay here after noon. Then we have short time to stay as you. We have as short a span. Dear students, we know youth is the golden season of human life, but the youth is very short. Similarly, the life of daffodils is very short. It is a rule of nature. So, we have to do something creative before our death. This poem also indicates this truth of our lives. As quick a growth to meet decay, as you or anything we die. None can avoid death. Every man will meet death. We are only going to meet decay, to meet death. This is the picture of this poem. So before our death, we have to do creative thing for the mankind. We have to obey our duty to Almighty Allah. As your hours do, and dry away, we are always going to die. This is the rule of nature. This indicates that. Like to the summer's rain, or as the pearls of morning's dew, ne'er to be found again. Our life is just like to the summer's rain, or as the pearls of morning's dew. So our life is very short. From these two poems, we came to know some messages for our eternal life. From the poem Under the Ginu Tree, dear students, you came to know that the pleasures and the attractions of open air life, the life of under the Ginu Tree, the life of a forest life. You have to choose this life because this life is full of enjoyment, full of pleasures. And another poem, To Daffodils. From this poem you came to learn the universal truth that human life is as short as the life of daffodil flowers. So we have to meet decay, we have to die, but before our death we have to obey our duty to mankind, to Almighty Allah. These are the messages of the two poetry. Now I would like to say something about a global problem, drug addiction. Dear learners, you know what is drug addiction. Drug addiction means the strong addiction of harmful drugs. To speak the truth, our young generation is going to do dogs for drug addiction. It is not only of our problem, now it is a global problem. It is a curse of human civilization. This is the threat for human civilization. Frustration is the main cause of drug addiction. There are other causes also. Family problem, unemployment, bad mixing are other causes of drug addiction. It is a matter of for our pleasure that our present government has taken some initiatives, some good steps for the removal of drug addiction from the society. But the government only cannot solve this problem. We all people have to come forward to remove this problem. Then it will be removed from our society. Then we will get a good nation, a good society, a good country, and we will be benefited. So, how can you remove this drug addiction? At first, you have to study, you have to mix with good boys, good persons, you have to realize your moral values, you have to realize the education of religion. Then you will understand the bad effects of drug addiction. So we must be sincere, we must be cautious, we must be careful about drug addiction. Thank you, dear learners.